Hi guys and girls, welcome once again to my channel, Esoteric Cloud Surfer here, ready to take a ride in Esoteric Cloud, which is a lighter, less dense and also vibing on a higher frequency vehicle in comparison to the vehicles that our spirit is using right now, as in the body, the emotions and the mind, right? So when your spirit goes into Esoteric Cloud, it can float, it can fly, it can rise to higher, more expanded, wider and wiser realms of reality. So from there, your spirit can look at its circumstances, your body, emotions and mind from a higher perspective and feel in a higher and better way about whatever manifestation is going on in its space. Okay? And thank you very much for watching. Huge shout out to the Soul Group. Huge shout out to every person that is changing the world right now by being her or himself. And huge shout out to Daria, my beautiful partner. Her link, the link to her page will be in the description below. My link tree will be in the description below as well. And the link to my Discord on Ezosu Gaming will be there as well. And the email for natal chart readings, for networking with the Soul Group and donations via PayPal will be in the description below. So this video is relevant right now because we have not one, not two, not three, we have at least 5 planets in retrograde, okay guys, which are Mercury, right? Saturn, Mars, Neptune, Uranus and Pluto, so they are 6. So we have 6 planets in retrograde. So the retrograde season that we are going through right now just got a whole lot stronger, a whole lot more powerful. And I wanted to bring this awareness to you because it's so much planets, so much awarenesses, so much influential waves coming at us, bring things from the past, feelings, ideas, memories, projections to the future, things that you wanted to do but you didn't have the courage, the means or the ideas to achieve, or the confidence, or the people around you weren't the right people at the moment. So those things are coming back, mistakes, great times where you felt so good. Maybe you're not feeling so good right now and you want to go back to those times. Whatever it's going on in your life, make sure it's really long term. Make sure it's really for the future. Make sure you are fulfilling the present you want to receive on the future. Make sure you are buying the present right now that you want to receive in the future, right? Make sure you're not wrapping up presents from the past that will not work even now or in the future, okay? So that's the main point of me making a video about the retrograde season, okay? Because a lot of things from the past are coming up right now, okay? Even ideas from the future, and that can be the main trap because you are imaginating, procrastinating, casting an action into the future, but that action was originated or your intention is too old now, right? It might be because especially if you have a lot of fixed energy in your chart, it's easier for you to benefit from the retrograde season because when you have the idea for the first time, you are fixated in something else. Most likely you having a lot of fixed energy in your chart, right? So a lot of new and original energies and ideas, when it's retrograde season and they are coming back or we are coming back, hold on, some air in my stomach. So when you go back to those ideas or when those ideas come back to you, because you as a spirit know how to be fixated on something for a long time, even though those ideas were from long ago, spiritually speaking, they're still fresh, or not fresh like really fresh, but they're still fresh enough for you to add some freshness to it, especially right now on Libra season, creating a new way to think and communicate about some old ideas, about some retrogrades, about some old retrospectives, retrospectives about something. So if you have a lot of fixed energy in your chart, you can take those old ideas, but add a sprinkle of freshness, add a sprinkle of cardinal air, aka Libra, right? And you can, it's easier for us, because I have a lot of fixed energy in my chart, to benefit from the retrograde season. And actually, while everybody is a bit dramatic, or a bit, some people are really scared of Mercury retrograde, or they just use that for gossip, but that's what they express, so that's what I receive, right? And while everybody's a bit flunked out during retrograde season, the fixed signs are usually flunked out because it's harder for us to adapt to the flow, to cooperate, to open our gates for exchange of water. So in retrograde season, everybody's a bit flunked out, and we can actually catch up. We can actually update ourselves without feeling our sense of security, as an example, okay? But other than that, make sure whatever you are doing right now and you are projecting for your future is not carrying any old ideas, any old feelings, any old traumas that actually you can dissolve and resolve. And because resolving is repeating the solving. When you have something solid and you like sugar in your coffee or sugar in your tea, it dissolves, it solves. So resolving a problem is making it a liquid, mutable again, because you made that problem because you had something going on in your life and you created a blockage, or you let somebody else create a blockage for you, and now you need to resolve it, you need to re-dilute it, you need to bring some more water or heat into that problem, into that energy, that concentrated energy, that mass that is important for you, and then it dissolves again in a more fluid way. Okay, so you can do that right now. Take all of that old flunked outness, old ideas, feelings of unachievement, and achieve them now. Or if you are looking back at the high status you were in and you don't feel so high right now, start working in achieving not that same space, but the same feeling, internally speaking, as an example. But let's be more specific and analyze what's going on with the retrograde season right now. So let's start with the freshest member. The latest person that arrived at the house party was Mercury. So we might be thinking and communicating about the past in general, or let's go, a crystal flying, because when I was talking I clashed it and it left the structure. I'll get that, no worries about that. So Mercury in retrograde means that you are thinking and communicating about the past in general, or the things that are in your mind are from the past, whatever it is, and you want to give a fresher look or a fresher sense, a fresher perspective to those things, because Mercury is in retrograde in Libra. Then Jupiter is in retrograde in Aquarius, right? So you are experiencing or traveling to old moments or old memories where you wanted or you were an individual, you expressed your unique vision, your unique feelings about something, and if you were well received, if you created a group that agreed with you, that was a positive experience and you are coming back to it. If you were not well received by yourself, if you felt you were stupid, or right now you are looking back and you think you were stupid or something like that, or in that moment people did not resonate well to your message, that was negative, that made you separate from yourself or that group of people in order to find a better way to express, or a better way for you to receive yourself, or to find a better audience that will receive your message in the best way, right? Then Saturn is in retrograde, so you might be thinking that reality is not moving fast enough. You might be remembering times where reality was not moving fast enough. You might feel your business is not developing fast enough, you're not making teammates fast enough, because Saturn is in Aquarius as well. So connecting, associating our reality, our perspectives about reality, how we think and communicate about reality, what we think and communicate that should change for the best, for the better, no status, no being hired, no, in the right way, right? So we are remembering as well old moments where somebody was not doing that with us. They were judging us, they were placing their status over us, or they were placing their status under us, and then they were blaming us because we were higher than them. A lot of religious people do that. They put themselves under you, and then they cast you stones saying you're going to hell because you are freer than them, spiritually and mentally speaking. Now people can do that, but about reality, oh, I work so much, but I make less money than you because you work smarter. Fuck you, you don't know what you're doing. You are living in the wrong way. People, because they feel limited by their own reality, but they want to associate that with you, and found one more reason for them to be a victim of their own reality. And then that can trigger some old traumas where you wanted to expand your reality through your voice, through expressing yourself, through expressing your individuality, but the doors were closed. So be careful, because a lot of people that they think they cannot change their own reality, they think they cannot change their own destiny. First, they didn't watch Naruto, and they want to be accompanied in misery. They want to be together on the train that goes into a wreckage. They don't want to get out of the train, but they also don't want to be alone. So their spirit knows that everybody has trauma. Even though the person that was born into the best family, that it had the most security and things like that, that will be their trauma because they weren't able to experience enough, right? So every spirit has some trauma, has something they are running away from until they feel strong enough to finally defeat it. So if anybody around you is in a mood like reality is pressuring them again, because they can be feeling in the present and then justifying with the past, right? So it's a double cycle of limitation. So they might try to bring you in because it's air, it's Aquarius. They might talk a lot about the past, analyzing the past, trying to make sense why that past way of living is limiting them right now, but it's like 10 years in the future. We don't live in the same way anymore, and you are limited by an old belief that you don't even live it in that way, you just feel like it. And so that's not even Aquarius, right? So they'll try to bring you closer to them, like, see, you and I, we were so better in the past. And now, these new times, people don't know how to make things in a real way, people don't know how to be real, and being real right now is even realer than before. Okay, just be careful with that, or you might be remembering times where you try to expand your business and it failed, and you have a great opportunity to expand your business right now, and you might be pondering, you might be indecisive. Do I go for it? In the past it didn't work out. It's not the past now, it's new times. Even if you go and it doesn't work out again, it was a new mistake you did, or it was just not the right place or the right person or the right person to expand your business with. So don't do that again. Don't create another trauma. Don't justify today's failure with the past's failure. Okay? And Saturn in Aquarius is generically like that. Then we have Uranus in retrograde in Taurus. So we are being traumatized, or we feel nervous, or we feel unsafe because we are remembering past times where reality changed, how we received money, support, and love changed. And right now you can be stable, you have the opportunity to build something, but you feel so much that trauma or that fear from the past that you are changing things in your business or in your relationships that you don't need to change, and you are about to waste an opportunity, you are about to miss an opportunity, you are about to rebuild the bridge, the relationship with weaker foundations, so it fell, right? Because you are not feeling stable enough, especially if you are not aware of astrology and transits. You just feel that everything is changing and everything can be changing around you, and you feel stable as fuck, and then those changes actually work for and with you, because your mind change, but your goal, your internal security does not. Your goal is the same: make a lot of money. Your goal is the same: support yourself and the ones you love. Your goal is the same: be sovereign and depend on external systems the right amount. That should be the goal of any sovereign spirit on this plane, and that does not change. That's fixed Earth, Taurus. So you don't change, reality change, and what you need to do is to adapt. It's to be more mutable, not being fixed on changing and changing and changing until you transform. Uranus is exalted in Scorpio. You transform, you change so much, it results in a traumatic transformation, a traumatic experience that now you are afraid of. So change calculated in a fixed way. Don't be fixed in changing. Whenever you change, have a purpose. Fix your mind. Fix the visions to your future. I want to change that, but my feeling of security does not change. I still wish the same for myself, right? Then, Neptune in Pisces, also in retrograde. This one is very, very tricky. A lot of dreams, a lot of imaginations, a lot of old beliefs, old feelings of like disconnection or too much connection, old feelings of alienation, old feelings of I was in that cult and now maybe I'll go back, or I was with that toxic ex, but now I feel alone, I want to come back, I'm spiritual and shit, but I miss that, he treated me so bad, it was actually good. No! Stop that right now! You're hurting yourself. Don't do that. Neptune in Pisces in retrograde is the most tricky. Be careful, because every other retrograde in the house, if you look at life through Neptune in retrograde, you can make sense, even though it really doesn't make sense, but you can feel and believe it does, because you can use every other planet in retrograde to justify why you want to go back to that religion, why you want to go back to that toxic relationship, why you want to go back to that old way of believing and having faith in yourself, why you want to go back to that dream that it never worked and never will on this realm, right? So don't waste your faith, belief, and imagination on nightmares, on old dreams, on old visions and old imaginations that do not work right now, okay? And lastly, but not least, Pluto in Capricorn in retrograde. We are re-experiencing traumas, people that are changing, that are transforming infrastructure and the way of living in the world right now. They are throwing old wars, old memories, old traumas at your face so you don't see what is happening right now. Because with so many planets in retrograde, it feels like reality is, especially with Saturn in retrograde, I did say that, it feels like reality is slowing down. Nothing is changing. It's the new normal. Bitch, it's new. Something changed. It's not normal. Okay? Otherwise, why you put the word new in front of it? Right? And so that's exactly the point. Many things are changing. Many things are transforming. But the majority who is not aware of these transits, they feel, no, it will come back to normal. It's only 2 weeks of lockdown, as an example. Now it's almost 2 years. Not for me and the soul group, but for everybody It is not standing up for themselves. So all the transformations that happened while Pluto is in Capricorn, transforming infrastructures, transforming business, transforming reality, transforming people's way of living and getting money and getting security, transforming how we see the future will be in ways of us that we can be stable and create teamworks and business together. That is transforming right now. You need to apply certain things. You need to prove you got certain things that you didn't do before. And all of that doesn't seem so impactful right now. All of that doesn't seem so new right now, even though they are using the new word in front of it. But they think we can still go back to the normal, but it's the new normal. And you can see it every day outside. You can go into the supermarket without masking yourself, without it being carnival, right? It's carnival every day, right? I mean, you can, but I'm talking about the people who they really believe they can't. And then they get mad at you because you can, but they think they can't, right? So everything that is happening right now, all of those transformations, they are kind of behind the veil. Many people don't see the true purpose of those transformations. Many people don't see who is causing those transformations. People don't see that the puppets do not cause those transformations. They just acted. They just do it. They didn't thought about it. They didn't came up with that idea. They just received a mission and they did it. In a good way or in a bad way. In a strong, which is very limited, shadow government, weak as fuck, but they did it, right? So many people, and Pluto will go direct soon, maybe next week. So that veil will be lifted, okay? So we can see that it's like the people's mind, the collective mind is kind of slow. They see things, but they take a long time to react and make 1 and 2 together. Not a soul group, not a subconscious community, because we live our life like that, always analyzing our patterns, analyzing what type of thoughts and feelings are we in. Is that beneficial for us or no? Do we need to change? Do we need to fix? Do we need to create new ways? Do we need to improve our actual ways? Do we need to just do it and do it and do it without thinking about anything else? So when we look at reality, it's easier for us. I usually say in more personal conversations that the shadow government helped me be more spiritual. Because when you go out and you need to feint the agents and all of that bullshit, you need to see 3 and 4 layers of an advertisement, and you see the true intention behind that. Then when you come back to your own life, and you have a dream, you have a feeling, and you want to see the root cause of a trauma, for an example, is way much easier because it's yours. You don't need to think about A, B, and C, D, and that, and that, and that, and where that comes from, why they are hiding that, how they are hiding that, with what purpose. No, it's all about yourself, so it's way easier, right? So, in a way, thank you, shadow government, for that, right? But yeah, Pluto in retrograde is hiding transformation behind the false sense of security or old trauma that we are still running away from. It's getting closer, it's getting closer. Or power and control issues that we didn't resolve in the best way, or we didn't resolve at all, are coming back to sting your ass again. Or power and control issues that you resolved, and you showed a narcissist, or energy vampire, a toxic family member, or a toxic relationship, by you standing up and resolving that power and control issue. You showed that spirit what a true, unique, individual spirit should act like. So yeah, maybe you fought with that person, maybe it was a bit harmful, that separation, if it was, but now, if you are on the positive side of Pluto in retrograde in Capricorn, they are showing up back again and saying that transformation, that power, the way you transformed yourself, the way you resolved our power and control issue, showed me how to initiate a new way to see the world, see myself, and take care of myself. Transform how you create new ways to make sense and be stable within yourself. So by you being yourself, you resolve your power and control issue, and you showed another spirit how to resolve all of their own power and control issues. So in a way, they are coming back to thank you, and it's like, hey, if you need to build something for real, I got you. Not in that romantic way we were before, not as in me being your boss again, now for real. Let's build something real where we can teach others how to transform themselves and get their power back. Pluto in Capricorn, transform how to create new ways to see the world, to change the world, to build infrastructure and teamwork based on your own perspectives of reality. So in a way, by you being yourself, by you being an individual, you awakened other spirits to be themselves, not to be you, not gurus, not lost spiritual leaders. You were yourself, and that spirit, that's like, you got a power and control issue. You are a very charged individual spirit. Hey, I want to resolve this. And they might resist you, but you were so powerful that they started vibing as well on a higher frequency and vibration. And then you left, and they continued vibing, and they started to see higher perspectives of themselves, and now they feel good when they see or think about you, not because you changed them, but because you changed yourself, and they saw you as an example how to change themselves. So those people, places and things can come back to say, hey, thank you, you the best, let's build together, or just, hey, whatever you're going on, I wish you the best, peace, and that's it, that's all. Sometimes Pluto brings the best teamwork, the best team members, because they resolve their own shit, you resolve your own shit, so you don't need to resolve any shit together. You can go straight to changing the world, transforming your lives, transforming the world. Okay, guys, so be aware. You need to be ready to fight or sit at the table with old demons from yourself and others and be like, hey, times change, you know? We need... Okay, I know in the past things were like that, but now it's different. And you, if you want to team up with me, you need to be like that right now. You can't pay me in escudos, that was the old coin in Portugal. You need to pay me with euros right now. And the old feeling be like, man, but I only got escudos. I don't have euros right now. And I be like, I can't even go to the bank and change that shit. What? You have to get me some euros. Other way, I can't work with you. And whatever they say, whatever that feeling is coming up back, bring old memories. Oh, it was so good to be that person. They were so good taking us out to eat. They were so good to choosing movies, whatever. If you don't have euros, I don't want your escudos. That shit doesn't work anymore. In certain places, I can't even pay with cash anymore. And they're talking about escudos, that old ass coin from 90s, 70s and shit like that. No, we need new currency. That's how you must talk with all the planets in retrograde. You got the new currency, you got the new way to make business, you got your own business going on right now. I can't open a shop for you, I can buy the license, I can pay all of that shit for you, and then I work there. No, you bring me your business, we can associate, I have Taurus Moon. This is how I imagine business, constructing, getting abundance and shit like that. So you take whatever I'm saying and imagine in your own way, all right? But it's like whatever the old ideas, the old moments, whatever they are bringing back up to you, you like, okay, I hear you. You don't go against them. They are just trying to reconnect, even with people, places, and things. They're just trying to reconnect. You don't need to be toxic. You don't need to be spiritually snob. No, I don't even speak to you right now because I'm enlightened. I'm enlightened. No, it's like, hey, what you want? May I help you? And they be like, yeah, I want this, that, and that, but I will pay with escudos, the old coin. And be like, hey, I got that, but I can't receive the old coin. Bring me the new coin. And if they do, it's like, it's an extra proof they can build with you because they got over the old problem and they became, it's like double innovation. If they said now, I only have Scrooge, I only have the old coin, then no, I'm sorry, we closed for today. And you keep working with the new original spirits that you got going on right now. Okay, so be aware, know how to separate the past, the present, and the future. Make sure you are working in the present you want to receive in the future. Make sure you're not presenting yourself with some shit that is old right now, so it will be even older into the future. And make sure that you are using the retrograde season to reaffirm the steps you took until right now were the right ones, to reaffirm to yourself, I'm building in the right way. And if I'm not, it's like pause time. Let's reconstruct, rebuild, reanalyze, reinforce. And right now the fall just started, so if you have any like gardening, agriculture, now it's the time to readjust, to create new structures for the winter. The same thing mentally, emotionally, and physical. Okay, guys and girls, thank you very much for watching. Huge shout out to the soul group. I love you all for watching and for being who you are. I wish you the best thoughts, ideas, feelings, and emotions. Remember to check the links in the description. I love you. Huge shout out to the soul group. Huge shout out to Daria. Huge shout out to Uriel. And until the next time, Esoteric Cloud Surfer, surfing out. Enjoy yourself and let the past be the past. Let the dead bury the dead. Have fun and enjoy your life right now. Bye.